So sitting comfortably with your eyes open, take a full deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. 2 more just like that with your eyes open. Breathe in, out your mouth. Good. 1 more breath in through the nose. Breathe out your mouth. And then if you're comfortable closing your eyes, let your eyes just shut down for a moment or a few moments. Keep breathing, but just through the nose. Just scanning through your body from the crown of your head all the way down. Just looking for pockets or areas that feel tense, or you have sensation, or you feel there's stress living there. There's nothing to do about it right here. It's just what Susan was saying, like being with what is. Taking this time just to be with your physical body, your emotions, your thoughts, sensations, the processes that are taking place right now, your heart beating, digestion, respiration, lungs, just noticing from your skin all the way into your bones, the crown down to the tips of your toes. Being with each part. There might be some parts that are calling for more attention than others, and that's okay. Be just present here. If you'd like to add in a few gentle neck rolls or any movement you can, I like to take my chin to my chest and then an ear to a shoulder, just moving side to side or whatever just comes to you here. Any small movement is fine. Take a few more moments just to explore your neck. Be sure to balance it out. If you went to one side, go to the other. Bring your head back to center, eyes still closed. And take a full breath in. At the very top, you'll just hold it for a count of 3, 2, 1. And then empty your breath all the way out. Just breathing really naturally and easily. You can let your eyes flutter open. We'll do a few shoulder rolls. So take the shoulders up, back, and all the way down. Yeah, just rolling the shoulders. Good. And then you'll do one at a time. So take the right shoulder back, left shoulder back, back, left, and then go the opposite way. Go forward one at a time. One forward and the other. Forward. Good. And then come to center. And you'll bring your fingers to your shoulders and take your elbows out. And then we'll do some circles with the arms, the elbows, and it could be one at a time or both together, just letting the circles get a little bit bigger. You can go forward or backwards or figure 8s or together, big circles. Good, and then take the arms all the way up to the ceiling and interlace the hands, turn the palms up. Just stretch through the sides of the body. You can even move a little bit from side to side. Come back to center, reach up with both hands. So release the grip, reach up. Bend the right elbow, hold it with the left hand. Walk the right hand down to the middle of the back and press your head back. Okay, good, holding the right elbow. Nice, and then switch, take your arms up and then left elbow bends, hold it with the right hand. Press the head back, jawbone back, head back, pull the front ribs in, finding stability. and flexibility. Good, and then take the arms out, stretch them out. Take the right arm across the body, hold it above or below the elbow, either one, and you pull the right shoulder back and down. Yeah, good, nice, Carly, and spread the fingers nice and wide, stretching into the outer shoulder. Good, and then take the arms and open them both up, and you'll switch, so the left arm across, hold above or below the elbow, and pull the shoulder back and down, and reach across the body. Keep the shoulders square towards the front of the room. Breathe. Good, and then open it up, turn the palms up, look up. Rotate the palms down and even back and look down, and it's from the shoulder. And then rotate palms up, look up, arms nice and straight. Rotate the palms down, look down. One more, rotate the palms up, look up. Rotate the palms down and then reach around behind you, interlace your grip. You can look down right here, chin to chest, and then stretch the knuckles down towards the floor behind you, but keep the chin at your chest right here. Good, and then release the arms, bring them back into your lap, and just notice how you feel. Good job, I can tell your legs are getting sore. Come forward onto your hands and knees. You can move the blocks out of the way if you like. And then right here, you'll just stretch your right leg back behind you with the ball of the foot on the floor. Press the heel away from you. Stretching out the calf, foot. That's it, good. And then spin the right foot flat and open the right arm up towards the ceiling. It's a modified side plank. Good, I turned around too. And then if you want, you take the right arm overhead. You'll get a little bigger stretch to the ribs. You can even float the right leg if you want, or keep it down. Opening up to the ribs and the waist. Good. And then look down, bring your hands down, and you'll switch to the other leg. Stretch the left leg back, ball of the foot on the floor, press through your heel. And then spin the left foot flat, open the left arm up, side plank. And the left arm can stay at the ceiling or arm can reach overhead. Lift the ribs up and stretch open from the arm to the hip, waist. And float the leg if you want. And then bring both hands back down to the mat. And then again, you're going to take the right leg back, right foot on the floor. Good, and then spin the right foot flat. And then this time you're going to take the left shin and pivot it to the left. Walk your hands to the right. Yeah, so the right leg's out. It's like tabletop, but right leg out. Then cat-cow. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Good, look, stretch the eyes up. And then tuck and round through the tailbone, lifting between the shoulder blades. Two more just like that. Inhale, cow. Yes, exhale, cat. One more. Inhale, cow. Exhale into cat. And then come to neutral, walk your arms forward. So keep the legs as they are. It's a puppy pose with the right leg extended. Opening up to the inner thigh as well as the chest and shoulders. So you just lower the chest. Right leg is straight out to the right. Straight out to the right. Pull the hips back and the belly in. Good, and then you'll walk your hands back in and you'll just stand up onto the left shin and the right leg. Right leg's out to the right. Take the right hand down the right leg and take the left arm up to the sky. It's called gate pose. So you're on the left shin. Right leg out. Yeah, Susan, go the other way. Right hand to right leg and left arm to the sky. So you're opening up that left side. Yes, there it is. Nice. And then you'll just bring your hands all the way back down to the mat and come back to the hands and knees, tabletop. Good, and then we'll do that on the other side. So stretch the left leg back, ball of the foot on the floor, spin the left foot flat, pivot the right shin behind you, and walk around to the left. So this time it's tabletop, but left leg out. And then cat-cow, drop the belly, stretch the eyes to the ceiling, and tuck the tailbone, push the floor away. Inhale, just really being with your breath. Susan, take your left leg to the left. Yes, good. Do last one here. And then you'll start to walk your hands forward and lower your forehead to the floor. Really stretching through the fingertips and the palms, sides of the, underneath the armpits. Can, arms straight. If that doesn't feel good, it's okay to be on the forearms. I see that happening, that's great. Pull the hips back and chest melts down. Good, and then you'll walk your hands back in and just come up to stand on your right shin and your left foot for gate pose. The left hand goes down, the left leg, the straight leg, and the right arm goes up and over. It's opening through the right side of the body. Breathing, getting grounded and rooted, whatever's touching the earth. Nice, and then you'll come back up, take it back around to the front, to your hands and knees, and then sit back in child's pose. So take your knees wide, hips to the heels, lower your forehead, softening and letting go. On your next inhale, you'll come back up to your hands and knees and tuck your toes under for downward facing dog, lifting your hips up to the ceiling. Go ahead and pedal it out, bending one knee at a time. Or moving side to side with your hips. Try to let your eyes rest at a single point. Lift your heels and begin to walk your feet to your hands. Just walk forward, come into ragdoll forward fold. You can hold opposite elbow with opposite hand. Release your hands down to the floor. You can bring your feet closer together if you like, or keep them where they are. Hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Extended mountain, reach up. Bring your hands to heart center, and then arms down, Tadasana. We'll flow through some sun A's right here. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank to low plank, or knees to the floor. Upward dog or cobra. And downward facing dog or child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. One more breath in. Breathe out. Look forward and bring your feet to your hands. It can be a hop, walk, or tiptoe. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Root down, reach up, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, bow. Inhale, half lift. And high to low plank. It can be a step or a float. Moving through vinyasa. upward facing or cobra, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. And your eyes open and your focus on one point. One more inhale. Exhale. Look forward, step, hop, or tiptoe to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Root down, rise up, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And high to low plank. You can step back or hop back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Nice and smooth. Smoothing out the rough edges of your breath. Empty completely. Look forward and step, hop, or tiptoe to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down, rise up. 2 more rounds. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Building a little heat. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. One more in. Breathe out. Look forward. Step, hop, or tiptoe to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Your last time through, exhale, forward fold. Really moving with breath. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg to the sky here. Bend the upper knee. Just roll open through your hip. And go ahead and extend the leg up long. And on your exhale, you'll step it forward to a low lunge. We're going to stay here low, like hands on the floor. You can bring your hands to blocks if you prefer, or your thigh if that's easier. I want you to stay low right here. And we're going to stay here about a minute. A little press into the top of the back foot. And I like to pull my feet gently towards one another. Just bringing your breath into the front of the left hip, deep into the right. Lengthen through the sides of the body, chest, and the upper back. Slow, deep breaths right here. Good, and then from here, you'll tuck your back toes under and lift the thigh up and then step in about halfway or a third of the way for pyramid, and we'll hold this one too. So you'll straighten the right leg, and just fold over it, folding over the right thigh. Finding that perfect balance of effort, right? There's effort to stay on your feet, stay standing, pulling muscle to bone, and then also ease. Where can you soften, create space? Good work. Take one more breath. And then you'll make your way back to down dog. And if you'd like to move through a vinyasa, you want the high to low plank, you can take that. Or if you'd like to skip it, you can skip it. As you're ready, you'll lift your left leg up and back and bend the knee. Roll open through the hip. Really take your time to peel the hip open. I like to come high onto the ball of the right foot. You can do either, lift or lower, and lengthen the right side of the body. Press the right hip back. And then stretch the left leg long and take that big step forward or help it forward. Set the back knee down and then you'll stay here. Low lunge. Either hands on the floor or you can bring your hands to your thigh or maybe blocks feel better to give you a little lift. In the staying, it's like magic. It's like melting, tension with your breath, tightness, holding, keeping stored in your hips, maybe your lower abdomen, your pelvis. Two more breaths here. This nice deep lunge. Got it. Just staying. One more breath. In pyramid, you'll tuck the back toes under and lift up and then step forward. Little ways up the mat with the right foot. Try to pull the left hip back like you're plugging the left femur bone back into the hip. Lengthening out over the left leg, gently bowing towards it. Take one more breath. And then you'll bend the left knee and take it through vinyasa or straight back to downward dog. Your choice. Good. In downward dog, lift your right leg up, bend the knee, roll open through the right hip. And then draw some big circles with the right knee. You'll just circle it around one direction. Then switch the direction of the circles. And then extend the legs straight back and big step forward. Set the back knee down. And then this time you'll take the right foot and toe heel it to the right so both hands come inside the right foot. And then you can turn the foot out at a diagonal. So it goes towards like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. You might even roll to the pinky toe edge of the foot if your ankles allow. And then I sometimes like a block or a pillow or bolster to rest my forearms on so I come off the wrists. Or you can bring your forearms to the mat if they reach. Remembering every pose is a variation of Tadasana, of mountain pose. So it's seeing where you deviated from mountain pose. If your pelvis went crooked, you would try to keep it sort of more square, shoulders more even. Pulling both femurs in towards the sockets. The belly slightly lifting up. Softening between the shoulder blades, not overly working into the upper back or lifting. And you can stay right here for another few breaths if you like. Or you can come up to your left palm and then take the right arm around. So right arm goes back and you bend the left knee and catch the left foot. Then you can come back onto your left forearm if you want, or stay here. So it's a catching the foot from the outside to create a twist. Or you can also catch the foot from the inside and squeeze the heel closer to the glute. You'll get a bigger quad stretch. Yeah, if you catch the foot the inner edge versus the outer edge, then you can squeeze it in a little bit easier. I feel that. Take a couple more breaths. Softly release that. And then you're going to toe heel the front foot back towards the midline and then pull the hips back and flex the right foot. So it's the half splits. Or some of you might prefer to slide the right leg forward, moving more into the full version. Yeah, and then that might mean, for me, it means a block under my right hamstring today. I'm in that version, or stay in the half. Good. Wherever you are is just right. Remembering Tadasana, pulling the floating ribs in, pelvis neutral, lengthening the sides of the body, pulling the shoulders straight back. Good, Susan. Nice balancing, playing with balance. Job. Take one more nice deep breath here. And begin to make your way back to downward facing dog. And it might not be quick. You can move through vinyasa or cat-cow even. High plank, low plank, and then coming to down dog or even child's pose. I find the more I get into the deeper layers of the body, the less I like to move quickly. All right, lift the left leg to the sky, bend the knee, roll open, and then draw some big circles with the knee. It can be little circles too, if that feels better in your body. Go ahead and switch the direction of the circles. Just exploring. Right? There's no right, no wrong, just looking, listening, getting a picture of your body. Stretch your left leg back and then take a big step forward. Come into your lunge, lizard lunge this time. Both hands go to the inside of the left foot. Toe heel it left. Turn it out. We're getting into the external opening of the hip. And you can roll to the pinky toe edge of the foot. You can set your forearms on a block or forearms to the floor. Bolster or pillow works too. And then what happens in my body on this side, especially my right hip, wants to just drop towards the floor. So it's a little challenge in keeping my attention on keeping the pelvis neutral. Lifting the right side of the belly and hip up. What I'm always curious about in my body and in others is where the compensations are occurring, where there's tight areas, where there's areas of strength or patterning. Right? We have habitual patterns in our movement based on what we do each and every day. Sometimes it's genetic, sometimes it's do due to old injuries or habits or lifestyle. I'm curious about whether we can recreate moving out of default, bringing our body back into balance. If you'd like to come up to your right hand and take the left arm around, bend the back knee and catch the foot, you can. Through that lunge with a twist, holding the back foot. Catch it with the thumb up from the outside edge and kick the foot into the hand, open the chest. Or you can pivot the hand to the inside of the foot and then maybe squeeze it in as you come forward and down. They're both a little different. The other thing I'm always curious about is when I have a really tight hips, it's like, is it something I've done? Is it from my life, or is it from taking on others? Sometimes there's collective tension that we pick up. Often there's collective tension and tightness, and especially in the lower part of the body. Sometimes it's our family patterns. And then you'll softly release, so not like a rubber band. And then toe heel the left foot back to center. And then we have the half split. So pull the hips back and flex the left foot. You can stay there. Maybe even blocks are helpful to give you a little lift. Or you can slide the left leg forward, coming into more splits. I like to rest my left leg on a block. Now I feel like just tighter than usual in my body. I don't know about all of you, but I think it's just kind of the nature of this bit of stressful time that we're in, unknown. I had a teacher a long time ago, 20 years ago, say the hips represent how we're walking through our life. And we're walking through life with ease, the hips have ease. When things feel stuck or stagnant or the path is unclear, the hips represent that. And that's why I feel everyone's hips are a little tighter than usual, because the path right now is not clear. I'm not sure what's happening. A lot of unknowns. Kind of get rigid, right? It's hard to take a step. So then what there is to do about it is just to be with it. Like what Susan said, be with what is. Your experiences. I'm trying to change it or make it different. Just be with it. Okay. Come on out. Make your way back to down dog. Slowly or quickly through vinyasa or skip it. Vinyasa kind of is like a reset. And then take your right leg up and back. And this time we'll bring it into half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Your foot goes in a diagonal or a right angle across the mat. You can also place a block under the right hip if you're having those really tight hips. Block under the right hip is helpful. Or you can come on your back, cross the ankle over the thigh. And you're free to stay upright for a few breaths. Being upright is called king pigeon. And it is a nice hip flexor, so as opening on that left side. If you've been sitting a lot, it's a great way to stretch that out. Or if you just want to fold forward, which is a little more calming for the nervous system, you can come forward to your forearms or even to your chest and forehead on the floor. Each moment in life is really just an opportunity to get present, to be here right now. Moment to moment experience of being alive. Be right here in this moment. nicely and gently come on up. Take it back to downward facing dog. Welcome to Vinyasa or skip it. And then when you're ready, as you're ready, left leg goes up and comes forward into half pigeon. To a block under the hip, or come onto your back, or play with being more upright. King pigeon, opening up the front of the body. As you're ready, you can come forward. Susan, good, Bev. Nice, Monica. Noticing your breathing, noticing where it feels like rough versus smooth, and see if you can smooth out the rough edges in your body and in your breath. Two more breaths right here. One final downward facing dog, or you can go back into child's pose. You're welcome to move through Vinyasa or skip it. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward dog, cobra, or skip it, yeah. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Bring your knees to the floor. If you have a block, you might choose to sit on a block or two. Well, I recommend kneeling for this versus sitting cross-legged. Sitting on a block or two, or a bolster. If you have a bolster, you can put it sideways and grab your strap. Grab your strap, belt, or whatever you have. And then you'll stretch it out, probably wider than shoulder width distance, so it's nice and taut. And then reach up, so lengthen the sides of the body, go up and back just to where you feel it gets sticky. Tight, sticky, and just hold. You're gonna hold. Susan, bring your hands closer together. Yeah, like that. So it's a little wider than shoulder width, but not so wide. Yeah, good, go. Take them out wider than that, and then go up and back to where it gets sticky. Yeah, and then go up over the head and just back to wherever you can go. Just stay right there for a moment, another breath or two. Good, and if you're back behind the shoulder line, come on up, straight up. And then you'll bring the right bicep by the right ear. Take the left arm straight back. So I'm mirroring you. Good, so holding that strap, there's tension. The left arm will drop down, and the right arm goes up. You really open that right side. Very good. And then bring it back up to the top and switch. So it's like you make an L shape with the arms. Left arm up, right arm back, bicep by the ear, pull the front ribs in, breathing. Take that arm behind, the arm out to the side, more behind you. A lot of you take it out behind you. Good. And then bring it back up to the top. And then bring it all the way down the front for a moment. And you're going to let there be slack in the strap. Take a breath. Good. And then make the strap taut again. Nice and taut. And you'll go up to the top. And this time you're going to try to go down the back. And if you need to go wider with the strap, go wider. All the way down the back. And then you'll bring it back up. You're making a big circle to the top and come forward down the front. And I like to keep slack or no slack in it, nice and taut the whole time. Go up and back, just a big circle, opening up the chest and shoulders, pull the front ribs in and come all the way back around. That's hard. And if you can't get all the way down, if you have a strap, Carly, that's like that, just go to that sticky spot instead where you just feel that big stretch through the front of the shoulders. That's fine. And just take another moment or two here, just one more round. Good, Susan. Yeah, you have a stretchy band, you might just pull it apart and go to where it can go, just feeling the stretch. Yeah, or side to side. Good, Beth. Last one. Bring it all the way up. And then when you get back down into the front, you'll just set the strap to the side. You can do some shoulder shrugs or rolls or neck, whatever you need to, or sometimes it feels good to shake the hands. Very nice. And then you'll come down on your back for bridge or wheel. And if you feel like I'm just kind of shot, I don't want to do anything really hard, you can bring a block with you for this. So you can lay on your back and then bridge pose. You'll lift the hips and you can slide the block underneath you if you want to rest your hips on a block or not. And then, yeah, wherever you are, I want you to reach your fingers towards your feet. Like reach the fingers to the feet and really tuck the shoulders under you and press the upper arm bones down. And then if you don't have the block, you can interlace your hands under your body to tuck them under a little closer. If you do have the block there, you might bend the elbows, fingers to the ceiling, and press the upper arm bones down. And breathe right here. Good, and then if you have the block there, you can just rest on it. If you don't, you'll release the arms and roll yourself all the way down. Just pause, take a breath. And then again, you'll come on up, bridge or wheel, lift the hips, and wheel, you can plant your hands by your ears. This is that full opening for the front of the body and the shoulders. You press down all the way up, opening heart space, hips, pelvis. Or stay in bridge, whatever variations. Nice job. Lift a little higher if you can. Let the head relax, neck relax. And then lowering all the way down. You'll bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. So if you have the block there, move it out of the way. Baddha Konasana. Draw your knees together and come into happy baby. You'll reach for your feet, either the inside or the outside edges of the feet. Bend the knees towards the outer ribs, tailbone towards the floor. You can rock. center. Maybe kick your heels towards the sides of the room, just opening up the inner thighs. Then release that, draw the knees into the chest. Then coming into an inversion of your choice, you can take a shoulder stand. You press into the elbows, the hips, bring your hands to your back, and then take the feet towards the sky. Or hips on a block or legs up a wall. Yeah, if you're in shoulder stand, bring your hands to your back. Carly, touch your hands to the back for support. Yes, right there. And you press the upper arm bones down. Nice, Beth. Good, Monica. You can even tuck the shoulders under you a little more. Elbows come a little closer. Feet go straight up. So you press your hips back and your feet forward. Hips to the back, feet to the front. Good. If you're in shoulder stand, you can take it to plow. Let your feet come, don't turn your head, don't turn your head. Bring your feet to the floor behind you. Feet to the floor behind you for plow, yes. Or if your hips are on a block or yeah, hips on your arms, that's a great solution, Rosa. Just stay there. Nice, Beth. And Beth is dangling from the ceiling in her silk. It's a lovely inversion. Good, and then from there, you'll just very gently begin to roll yourself out. Turning your feet to the floor, keep your knees bent. Just take your time. Knees bent, feet flat. Good, and then you'll draw the right knee up into your chest for a twist. Straighten the left leg out long. And then hold the right knee in your left hand and cross it over your body for a nice easy twist. That's it, good. Good, I see different variations, whatever feels good in your body. It's just your time to complete your practice, to do whatever your body needs to get the final restlessness out so you can really drop deep into your Shavasana. Your next breath, come on up to the top and switch to the other leg. Still straighten the right leg, draw the left knee in, hold it in your right hand, take a twist. Cross the left leg over to the right. Yeah, good. Gently roll back onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Let your feet just rest on the floor. Your knees just relax, open away from each other. Start to let your bones relax towards the earth, like let gravity, force of gravity and its effect, just let your body feel that. And then Shavasana, you can stretch your legs out long, arms by your side, palms facing up, or if you're comfortable where you are, you can stay. Today's reading for July 22nd in the book Journey to the Heart by Melody V is titled Take a Trip. I met the three women at the Ojai Caliente hot springs in New Mexico. Two were in their 50s, one was in her 60s. They splashed around in the mineral water in the steam pool. They looked happy, alive. We only live 2 hours away, but twice a year we come here together. It heals us, renews us, and sends us back to our lives changed. Is there some place you'd like to travel to? Do you have time off from work, time that you could use creatively? Do you have a long weekend coming up? How would you like to spend that? Vacations and trips are important. They give us a chance to get away, see someplace new, rest, and refresh our spirits. Trips often synchronize with growth and change in our lives. They celebrate what we've been through or what we're going through. A trip can correlate with a new leg on our journey in spiritual growth. Often, when we feel the urge to travel, it's connected to a deeper urge, the urge to go somewhere new on our path. Recognize the desire in your heart to travel and see new horizons. Then honor it, for it reveals your desire to touch new horizons in your life. Begin to deepen your breath. Just become aware of your surroundings. Start to move your fingers and toes, just slowly awakening your physical body. As you're ready, you'll bend your knees and roll to your right side. You can use your arm as a pillow right here, curling into a little ball like a fetal position. This is an important pose, it's an important transition, a moment from your yoga practice back into your life. Right here, you just gather into yourself all that you want to bring with you to the rest of your evening. Use your hands to gently press yourself up to a seated posture. Cross-legged seat or on your knees, whatever feels good. Touch the palms of your hands together and touch your thumbs to your sternum or your heart space. Noticing the quality of your breath and your energy. Lift your thumbs up to your forehead center, noticing the quality of your thoughts. Hope you have a beautiful evening. Namaste.